Iranian Arabs are the Arab peoples of Iran. Iranian Arabs form 2% of Iran's population. Overview. The Arab presence in Iran did not begin with the Islamic conquest of Persia in 633 AD. For centuries, Iranian rulers had maintained contacts with Arabs outside the borders, dealt with Arab subjects and client states, and settled Arab tribesmen in various parts of the Iranian plateau. It follows that the Arab conquests and settlements were by no means the exclusive work of Arabs from the Hejaz and the tribesmen of Inner Arabia. The Arab infiltration into Iran began before the Muslim conquests and continued as a result of the joint exertions of the civilized Arabs as well as the desert Arabs. According to the Minorities at Risk Project 2001, about 40% of Arabs are unskilled workers living in urban areas. The Arabs in the rural areas are primarily farmers and fishermen. The Arabs living along the Persian Gulf coastal plains are mostly pastoral nomads. Tribal loyalties are strong among rural Arabs, but also have an influence in urban areas. These affect Arab socialization and politicization. Peyameh University, which has 229 campuses throughout the country, in 2008 declared that Arabic will be the second language of the university, and that all its services will be offered in Arabic, concurrent with Persian. History. Shapur II the Great of the Sassanid Empire, after a punitive expedition across the Persian Gulf early in his reign, transplanted several clans of the Talib to Dazan near Bam, several clans of the Abd al-Qis and Tamin to Hajar southeast of Kerman, several clans of the Bakr Benwar el to Kerman, and several clans of the Hanzala to Tavaz, near present-day Dalaki and Fars. Although after the Arab invasion of Persia in the 7th century, many Arab tribes settled in different parts of Iran, it is the Arab tribes of Khuzestan that have retained their identity in language, culture, and Shia Islam to the present day. But ethno-linguistic characteristics of the region must be studied against the long and turbulent history of the province, with its own local language Kursi, which may have been of Elamite origin and which gradually disappeared in the early medieval period. The immigration of Arab tribes from outside the province was also a long-term process. There was a great influx of Arab-speaking immigrants into the province from the 16th to the 19th century, including the migration of the Banu Ka'ab and Banu Lam. There were attempts by the Iraqi regime during the Iran-Iraq War to generate Arab nationalism in the area, but without any palpable success. Genetics, sampling and Y diversity. It was found that the Y-DNA haplogroups F and J2 carried at very high frequency among the Iranian Arabs, those two markers alone accounting for over half of Iranian Arab haplogroups. This high ratio of haplogroup F, in particular, relates them, in a genetic sense, to peoples of the Eastern Mediterranean and of the Barbary Coast, while an elevated frequency of haplogroup JM172 is typical of Near Eastern peoples and reflective of the genetic legacy of early agriculturalists in, and the diffusion from, the Neolithic Near East c. 8000–4000 BCE. Haplogroup R1A1 and R1, typical of Indo-Iranian groups, is also important, occurring in over 11% of the sample. Haplogroup G is present in over 5%. Regional groups. Khuzestan. Most Iranian Arabs in Khuzestan province are bilingual, speaking Arabic as the mother tongue and Persian as a second language. The variety of Arabic spoken in the province is Khuzestani Arabic, which is a Mesopotamian dialect shared by Arabs across the border in Iraq. It can be easily understood by other Arabic speakers. From the immigrant Arab tribes of Khuzestan, the Banu Ka'ab Dorak and the Mawlariyat Hovisa can be mentioned. The well-known Bani Two-Roof tribe is settled in the Dashti Azadigan around the town of Huzagan and consists of 7 tribes: the Savari, Mazar, Shorfa, Bani Salah, Marvan, Qate, and Said Nemet. North of the lands of the Anafefar of the Al-Qatir, in the area called Mianab, between the Karan and Karka rivers, dwell several Arab tribes, of which the best known of the Ka'ab, the Abd al-Khani, the Mazra, the Al-Bururiya, and the Sadar. These tribes gradually immigrated into Iran during and after the early years of the Qajar period. Fars Kamsa nomads live in eastern Fars province. Arabs that live in eastern Fars province and Hormozgan mostly belong to the Banu Taman, Banu Ka'ab and Banu Hamd. Khorasan. Most Khorasani Arabs belong to the tribes of Shaybani, Zanguri, Mishmast, Khuzama and Azdi. Khorasan Arabs are Persian speakers and only a few speak Arabic as the mother tongue. Khorasani Arabs in the cities Burj and Mashhad and Nishapur are a big ethnic group. Demographics. Elton Daniel in The History of Iran states that the Arabs of Iran are concentrated in the province of Khuzestan and number about 500,000. The Historical Dictionary of Iran puts the number at 1 million. Iranian Arabs form 2% of Iran's population.